Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Roll Cougs Weekly. I'm Kendall Janosko.
And I'm Aiden Voorhees.
And here's everything you might have missed in the last week of Chatham Athletics.
Last week, for women's lacrosse, Tessa Hubert was named the PAC Newcomer of the Week of April 21st to the 27th.
For the week of April 21st through the 27th, Ethan Rinker was chosen as the PAC Offensive Player of the Week for men's lacrosse, and Adam Rinker was chosen as the PAC Newcomer of the Week.
Women's lacrosse took on St. Vincent on Tuesday, April 22nd. They defeated the Bearcats 19-1. Bailey Donofrio led the Cougars with 5 goals on the game. Tessa Huber scored 3 times and assisted on 3 Chatham goals. Sam Bell-Donnell had 3 goals and 4 assists. She was the first player in Chatham history to break 300 draw controls in the game, and she now has a career total of 308. Erin Goodwin scored 3 times and collected 5 ground balls, and Natalie Ondo scored twice as well, her second career multi-goal game. And on Saturday, the women's lacrosse team defeated Westminster by a final score of 17-12. Erin Goodwin put up 5 goals in that one and had 2 assists. Bailey Donofrio scored 4 times and collected 2 ground balls. Tessa Huber again scored 3 goals and had 3 assists. Kaya Miller scored 3 times for Chatham, and Avery Red had 2 ground balls and caused 2 turnovers. After the regular season, women's lacrosse is 7-2 in conference play. They finished 3rd in the PAC, and they'll get the number 3 seed in the conference tournament. Overall, their record is 9-6.
On Wednesday, April 23rd, the men's lacrosse team played against Franciscan, defeating the Barons 34-5. Adam Rinker had 5 goals, 1 assist, and 6 points. Ethan Rinker had 5 goals, 2 assists, and 7 points. Broden Zambano had 4 goals. Thomas Whitaker had 4 goals, 1 assist, and 5 points. Cody Randall had 17 ground balls. Liam Rooney had 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, and 3 caused turnovers. Then on Saturday, April 26th, the men's lacrosse team defeated the Bethany Bison 26-5 for their 12th win of the season and their 6th win in a row, both single-season program records. Owen Miller had 4 goals, 3 assists, and 7 points. Ethan Rinker scored 3 goals. He now has the most goals in Chatham history with 110 and the most points with 146. Paul Frere had 3 goals. Adam Rinker had 2 goals, 1 assist, and 3 points. The men's lacrosse record at the end of the season is 7-1. They are 2nd in the PAC with an overall record of 12-5.
Baseball played a marathon 17-inning game at Waynesburg on Wednesday. They fell 13-11 to the Yellow Jackets. Peter Tadich was 5 for 9 at the plate in that one. He homered, scored 4 times, and drove in 3. Devin Fluman had a couple hits and drove in 2 Cougars. Caleb Jones went 3 for 7, scored and walked twice and drove in 2 Cougars. And Cooper Baxter finished the game 3 for 6 at the plate. He tripled and had an RBI. On Thursday, the Cougars played Waynesburg at home in baseball and defeated the Yellow Jackets 14-5 to round out the doubleheader. Riley Baum went 4 innings on the mound, giving up 2 hits and no earned runs. Cole Maley got the save, going 3 innings on the mound, allowing no earned runs and 3 hits. Nolan Bain went 3 for 4 with the triple, and Dominic Obi-Kunis had 2 RBIs and doubled twice in that one. On Saturday, the Cougars defeated first place Washington and Jefferson 4-0 in the first game of that doubleheader. Carter Benai went 6 innings in his start, allowing no earned runs on 3 hits. He struck out 4 presidents. Cole Maley had 2 perfect innings in his appearance. Nolan Bain was 3 for 4 at the plate. He doubled and scored, and Tyler Cody had 2 doubles and drove in 3 Cougars. Cougars did drop Game 2 of the doubleheader to W&J by a final score of 8-2. Matt Bamford went 4 innings in his start, allowing an earned run on 3 hits, and he also struck out 4 presidents. Ethan Botkin had a shutout inning on the mound, and struck out 1. And Eddie Rueda homered for Chatham, driving in Angelo DeLeonardis, who also had a hit on the game. The Cougars are 8-10 now in pack play, good for 7th place in the standings. They are 16-20 overall.
On Tuesday, April 22nd, the softball team played against Geneva. In Game 1, they lost 13-5. Isabel Griswold went 2 for 3 with 1 double, 1 home run, 2 runs, and 1 RBI. Kayleen Garcia went 1 for 2 with 1 run and 2 RBIs, and Chelsea Stabile went 1 for 1 with 1 stolen base and 2 RBIs. Then in Game 2 against Geneva, the Chatham softball team fell 10-3, with Delaney Simmerly pitching 1 whole inning with 0 hits and 0 earned runs, Hannah Chenault going 2 for 4 with 2 doubles, Irene Martin going 1 for 4 with 1 RBI, and Josie Underdonk going 1 for 1 with 1 RBI and 1 hit by pitch. On Wednesday, April 23rd, the Chatham softball team played against Franciscan. In Game 1, they defeated the Barons 5-3, with Victoria Murrin pitching through all 7 innings, letting up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 0 walks, and grabbing 10 strikeouts. Irene Martin then went 1 for 2 with 1 stolen base and 1 RBI. Kayleen Garcia went 1 for 2 with 1 RBI, and Chelsea Stabile went 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and 1 RBI. Then in Game 2 against Franciscan, the Chatham Cougars defeated the Barons 9-3, with Josie Underdonk pitching all 7 innings with 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts. Anna Borst went 1 for 3 with 1 run, 1 stolen base, and 1 RBI. Isabel Griswold went 2 for 3 with 2 runs, 1 walk, and 1 RBI. And Victoria Murrin went 2 for 4 with 1 double, 2 runs, and 1 RBI. On Monday, April 28th, the Chatham Cougar softball team had a doubleheader against the Teal Tomcats. In the first game, Chatham lost 4-0, with Hannah Chenault going 1 for 3 with 1 double, the only hit in the Cougar lineup for Game 1. Shaden Berkson pitched 3 innings with 4 hits, 1 earned run, and 1 strikeout. Then in Game 2 against Teal, the Cougars were once again 1 hit, losing the game 8-0. Chloe Lopez went 1 for 2, and Delaney Simmerly was on the mound, giving up 0 hits and 0 earned runs.
On Tuesday, April 28th, the women's lacrosse team will take on Allegheny in the PAC Conference Tournament. Allegheny is the 6th seed this year, and Chatham is the 3 seed. The Cougars won 10-8 on April 9th against the Gators. That game will occur at 7 p.m.
Coming up this week on Wednesday, April 30th, the men's lacrosse team will play in the PAC tournament against number 3 St. Vincent at 7 p.m. Their last matchup came on April 12, 2025, and it ended with a 12-6 Chatham win. Last year, Chatham did not make the playoffs, and St. Vincent lost in the PAC semifinals.
Chatham baseball will take on Mount Aloysius on Wednesday. That's a road non-conference game beginning at 4 p.m. Cougars are 0-2 all-time against the Mounties. They fell 4-2 in the last matchup in 2020. The Mounties are 7-5 in their conference and 25-10 overall. Baseball will wrap up their regular season on Saturday at Westfield for Senior Day against Franciscan. That doubleheader will begin at 2 p.m. The Cougars are 5-6 all-time against the Barons in baseball. Their last matchup, Chatham winning 20-5 in April of last year. Franciscan is 6-12 in the conference. They are 10th place in the PAC standings, and they are 12-21 overall.
Then on Thursday, May 1st through Saturday, May 3rd, the men's and women's track team will compete in the PAC Championships at 11 a.m. in Morgantown, West Virginia. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Kendall Janosko.
I'm Aiden Voorhees.
And we'll see you next week.